Hey Doug, have you ever checked out the Red Rising series by Pierce Brown? Basically space Game of Thrones with a genetically engineered class system. Highly recommend.
Okay, as long as we're having like a real-ass conversation about books, I do not like Game of Thrones, and the reason is because it's like too grimdark. I don't like how insanely depressing it all is. And so I'm a little cautious whenever anybody's like, it's like a Game of Thrones, because I'm like, this book series like makes me depressed. Are there any bosses in this game? Because otherwise I feel like I'm losing time here. This is, by the way, this is an arcade game. This was what came after Donkey Kong. Little known Unk fact for you. I will just continue to drop Unk fact of the day for the Zoomers in chat whose first arcade game was probably Super Mario Odyssey and Roblox. This is ass. I mean, I didn't think this... Oh, okay. Well, that solves that question. Oh, Megalol, he died. I know. What? That's so embarrassing. Okay, this is good. We can get to games with actual bosses now. Thank you, Audible, for sponsoring this gameplay. I'm imagining the CEO of Audible watching and being like, wait. He plays that badly? What did we do? I don't care that he likes books at Audible. I think everybody, at least if you read any books, you have that one book in your life, normally in high school, where you read or listen to something or whatever. It's some new piece of media, right? And you read it and you go, oh my God, I get it now. I understand how the entire world works. That was me with Brave New World, where I was like, oh my God, everybody else doesn't get it. I figured out life. You have that book, and then like 5 years later, you look back and you're like, oh, okay, no, I was kind of young and silly. But you do have that moment where you're like, oh my God, why doesn't anybody else realize this? There's Wheel of Time. Oh yeah, 1984, like whatever it is. Like everybody has that book. I literally, this is incredibly embarrassing. When I was a senior in high school, I was driving somewhere with my younger sister and we were talking about this and I was like, I actually have a whole thesis for how the world works and your purpose in life. And she was like, oh, whoa, tell me. And I laid it all out in 10 minutes. And now that I'm twice as old as that, it's so laughably funny how confident I was that I knew the world and the secret of life at age 17 because I read 2 books.
Dude, bro, have you read Dune? It like totally explains everything. I know everything about the world now, bro. It all makes sense, dude.
Dune does make you feel really smart. I will admit that.
Don't you should say wrong stuff more so.
Oh, by the way, I added a skip button. No.
Hello, Audible. Hello, Doug. Have you heard of The Art of Programming? Originally released in 1962, I found a copy of it that was released in 2001 and read it to enjoy the history of programming. Okay,
I have bad news. I know that I give off an air of like endless intelligence and culture, right? That's kind of why you guys are here. How do I grab again? How do you grab? Can you not do that? I thought you can pick people up. The timing. Like I was saying. Use the button. I'm pressing the button. There's 2 buttons. I've pressed both of the 2 buttons. Oh, you can't be holding down. Okay, that's weird. So I think the reason a lot of you guys like this stream is just, I kind of know a lot. I have a lot of perspectives, a lot of culture, a lot of maturity. Kind of like an ancient sage that you go to for life advice. I also forget where I was going with this bit. Does anybody know what the point of that was? His memory is going. Programming book. But I have to let you in on a secret. I'm actually terrible at programming. And it's not that I can't literally make a program, but I'm not somebody who is good at thinking about making really good optimized code that is like utilizes smart principles and optimizations and design patterns and all of these things. And each time I read one of those books or try to, like when I worked as a programmer out of college, one of my like managers was like, you should read this book. Like one of the most popular ones, right? For design principles. I forget what the name was. And I read 1 or 2 pages and I was like, damn, that's hard. And then I'd never read any more again. So this is a long way of saying, no, I haven't read the programming book. And I think you're smarter than me. I don't have like an engineer's brain is the way I would put it. Don't put yourself down. You do good coding work. This is one of those things where it's not like fake humility. I'm perfectly fine at coding, but it's one of those things that when you meet somebody who's good at coding, you're like, oh, okay. They're on a different level. Like they get it. There's a mini boss at the end of the castle, right? Or is it just an orb? I don't remember. I'm forgetting. It's Boom Boom, right? Midway through? Mini boss is not a boss. It is a boss because it has the word boss in it. I think Boom Boom is a boss. Like, you would consider that a boss. It's not like the biggest boss in the game, obviously, but I consider it a boss. Is Cupcake a cake? Yes, Cupcake is a cake. It is. That's my logic. Cupcake is not a cake. Is this really like an argument? It's a cake in a cup. King has been transformed. Please find the magic wand so that we can change it back. Honestly, you don't need to change that back. Like, if the king of Britain suddenly transformed into a dog, everybody would be stoked. You know what I mean? Like that would be awesome. Everybody'd be like, this is sick. Our king is a dog. Not like, I'm not talking about like politics. I just mean conceptually, if a world leader was turned into a dog, I think everybody would be stoked about that. It'd be cool. It's like the Shiba Inu that took care of that was like mayor of that town or whatever, right? In Japan? So you hate human kings. I have no strong opinion about human kings, to be honest with you. Doug, are you high? No, I'm not. Oh. I pressed the wrong button. Oh, no. Wait. That's embarrassing. There's I'm trying to think of some way to frame this that it isn't my fault. Any ideas? Doug, that's so embarrassing. No, that's not helpful. Doug, are you high? No. No, I'm not. I'm actually in tip-top shape. I'm at the peak of my physical life, my mental life. There's shampoo in my eyes. Yeah, exactly. As long as people in the comments of the clip go in there and are like, no, you have to understand. Doug is... Yeah, lag input. Don't let the fact that this looks extremely easy detract you from the fact that this is very intense. Fifth boss done. Truly an unbeatable performance. And they said it couldn't be done. I would have been so embarrassed.
As your local Christian chatter, I strongly recommend James Earl Jones reads the KJV Bible. Yes, I'm serious. Darth Vader reads the Bible.
Really? That's so random. Okay, noted. Now that the sponsor's over, we can all agree that books are for nerds. Let's get back to video games, dude. Lord of the Rings is the best romance book. All right, gonna be honest with you. I tried reading Lord of the Rings when I was in high school. I didn't like it. Maybe I would like it now, dude. I don't know, maybe. But boy, I did not like that book. You know what they do a lot in that book? They walk. They walk all the time, everywhere. And you need to hear about all of their walking for some reason. It's so much about walking. Boy, they love walking. /ban DougDoug. Sorry to people who don't want to keep talking about books, but I do like talking about books. This is for the love of the game now. This is for the love of books. Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones are both series where I tried reading and I was like, I can't do this. And then the, media adaptation worked great. But boy, those books are hard to read. Lord of the Rings is hard to read with somebody with ADHD. Try The Hobbit. Yeah, The Hobbit rocks. The Hobbit is like very, very accessible. As a huge Lord of the Rings fan, the books can be a bit of a slog if you're not already invested. Yeah.
You should read The Art of War. Changed my life. The chapter on hemorrhoids has literally saved me hours of my life I'd otherwise have spent screaming on the can.
I imagine everybody has had this experience. You're listening to somebody who you really respect, whether it's like, on a podcast or YouTube video or like in real life or whatever. You really want to learn true wisdom. You got to read this book. And they drop some book. It's like Marcus Aurelius Meditation or The Art of War, or one that I saw recommended recently by Josh Waitskin was The Book of Five Rings by an ancient samurai who was one of the most powerful warriors to ever live. And he said, read a page a day and you will change your life. And every time I try to read one of those books, they suck shit. They do nothing for me. I need it to be framed in like real words. Maybe my brain is stupid and smooth, but to say vague, high level things for like 2 paragraphs, it's like there's nothing there, man. I'm sorry. And every time this happens, there's no substance to this. And every time, like the person who recommended it is like, there's so much wisdom that can be gleaned on every page. I'm just like, dude, I'm sorry. There's better books. Like we've iterated. Okay, we've iterated over the last 1,500 years. Did Ludwig tell you to read Meditations? No, I was in my grind set phase of life. I read a page of the dictionary a day. Wow, dude, you're so wise. Tell us more of your secrets, wise Twitch chat. I eat half a book a day. Read, I have no ass and I must fart. I don't think that's real. This is one of those things where when you're watching a streamer, you're like, we're just doing the thing, huh? Streamer says thing that is mildly shocking or not a popular opinion. And then everybody in chat goes, huh? And then streamer goes, what are you talking about? And then says the same opinion in some other way. And then the chat's like, oh my God. And then we just do that. We loop that, right? We get it, okay? Like that's what happens over and over, okay? And sometimes it's me playing the game badly. It's the same thing, but the game is bad, all right? We're gearing up for one of these where I'm gonna say opinion that people dislike, okay? And then we're gonna do the thing. We're gonna go through our paces, all right? Everybody have your lines ready. I think manga isn't very good. I have no interest in reading. I've tried twice and it's both times have been like, this is really lacking. Either because the manga itself was not that good, which was the manga Monster, which I did not like at all, or because it was really good because it was Chainsaw Man. And then I was like, this is so good. I just want to watch it as an anime. I don't want, oh, beans. Okay, cool. So now I've done my part. You guys go ahead. Dear Lord, I hate you. Okay, and now I'll do the thing. But Chainsaw Man, honestly, I couldn't even follow what was happening when I was reading it. The visuals are honestly kind of a visual disaster. Huh? What? How dare you have other opinions? Okay, and now we can loop to the next one. That is my take on manga. I'm sorry to all the manga fans. But have you read Solo Leveling? Why did you put read in quotes? Wait, what? Is it not? Is it because it's a comic? Doug is a monster. I've read Solo Leveling. I want my time back. Solo Leveling, the TV show, it is for 12-year-old boys, and it's the coolest fucking thing of all time if you're a 12-year-old. And I don't mean that as an insult. I literally mean, like, in the show, a guy who's scrawny and nerdy and nobody likes him suddenly becomes, like, super hot and cool, and all the girls want to fuck him. That is it. It's just, like, it's like loser nerd fantasy, but it's badass. I don't know. It's fun. I enjoy it, but I also recognize what it is, which is for adolescent boys to feel cool. It looks super cool. Dude, I've watched it all. There's a part of my brain that still is in that headspace where I'm like, fuck yeah, he's so cool now. Like, I still like the series. I watched it, but I also recognize that it is like blatant 12-year-old power fantasy.
Have you read the book that inspired Outer Wilds? It has a bit less mystery but explores the eye much deeper. The universe is similar but with slightly different planets and species. That was probably the book that made me think I knew more than everyone else in high school.
I haven't.
Also, I'm lying. There is no book that inspired Outer Wilds.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, that doesn't sound real, but cool. Fuck you, Dono. I wanted something. What was I gonna say? We're so cooked it's over. No, it's fine. Dude, he is fast. Holy shit, man. Are you kidding? Wow, that's so bad and embarrassing and horrible. Oh, boy. I psyched myself out reading in chat about it. And I didn't do the skip. The skip is like not even that hard to. Oh, come on, man, that's so bad. Look, it's this or Odyssey are the only games I had a chance of beating in one life. Because I could have just done this thing, right? Where you go like, yeah. See, I could have just done that.
Chainsaw Man is my absolute favorite manga of all time. Fujimoto's art is really cool to me, so I had a great time reading the manga, but I get how it can be less fun to read if that doesn't matter to you.
I'm like, how do you say it? Like an ear slut. No, how do you say it? Oh, I like music. There we go. And so I found that a huge part of why I like anime so much is the music and the voice acting. I find that that is a huge part of what makes me enjoy the experience. And so when I read Chainsaw Man, the manga, I was like, this story's great, the vibes are great, the character's great. I would be enjoying this way more if there was audio and music. You ask us to be normal, but then you say ear slut unprompted. Well, I couldn't remember what the normal word is. Ear slut implies you like having people fuck your ears. No, it implies that I enjoy the music in anime. If I was to walk up to somebody and say, yeah, give it to my ears, I'm a ear slut, they would know that I'm talking about how much I enjoy the extra audio components of anime. Okay, new Super Mario Bros, right? Yeah, okay. I've never played a game like this on stream. What's the recommended way of doing this? Like, is the bottom half important? Or you just do Mario's upper? Side by side is fine. I assume we want, ignore that up there. That's part of the console. This is weirdly sized. I don't know how to do this in a good way. Oh, wait, no, let me just stretch it. Oh yeah, no, that looks nice. Yeah, that looks nice. Will you ever care about the quality of anything you do ever? What a great comment.